Texas 95.7, the Armadillo, Craig Vaughn in the studio, along with our special guests every Tuesday, folks from the WRCA. This week it's Peyton and Casey.
Hola, ¿cómo está? Came back from the Big Bend area. Yes, I did not get pulled over, but I do have a funny story later.
Hey, Craig. It's
Hello.
good to see you.
Hello, Peyton. Yeah, I guess so. You went to this one, Casey.
Yes, sir, I did.
How was it? Good time?
It was a very good time. A well-oiled machine.
Yeah.
Well-oiled machine. And after about 20-plus years, we said goodbye to Chachi Hawkins, who's been secretarying that rodeo ever since I've been with WRCA, plus more.
And that's sad. That's a sad one. Chachi always drug me to the bar, so.
Yeah, they all did. She was, I can't say it without kind of getting a little, she's going to be missed. She will for sure be missed. And I know the teams will miss her. And so, babe, if you're listening, she called everyone babe. Everybody was a babe. Yep. So thanks for all your hard work and dedication. And then the committee themselves did amazing once again. And it was a heck of a rodeo, Craig.
Yeah.
Heck of a rodeo. Tough rodeo.
This one is every year, right? This is
every year.
Yeah, because this is that other part of the state that pulls in a lot of people who aren't going to make it up to Colorado or Kansas or Oklahoma. This is
right, and the teams love to go to this one.
Yeah.
It's one that's put on well, and they know it's going to run smooth, and the stock's going to be there, and it's just a well-oiled machine all the way through. So
that rodeo is put on at the Sul Ross University. Yeah. And so a little interesting tidbit, we had to use a dummy, what we call a dummy ranch replacement in the branding and the milking. So we were short a team. So the Sul Ross rodeo team had to do the branding and the milking, and that got comical. And one of the kids was told CJ Aragon, who does an amazing job there with his team, he said, well, do I got to enter the bronc riding too? We're like, no, buddy, you're fine. We just need you for these two events. But without them, it would have put a glitch in our cattle numbers, and so they stepped up and did a fine
awesome.
job.
Good deal. So who won and who are we calling?
Well, I'm going to tell you, we get to talk to my buddies out of New Mexico and Arizona, the Hatchet Ranch and Falcon Valley Ranch. We're going to talk to Will Woodfin. And Will, if I mispronounced your name, just hold it against me later. Second place was Circle M8 and Barnes Cattle. Third place was Smith Cattle Company. And fourth place was Heck Cattle Company. And I'll tell you, it came down to Saturday. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm going to let Will go ahead and elaborate if he can. I believe it came down to the bronc riding and maybe a few other events. But Hatchet came in Friday sitting pretty good. And then Saturday, everyone was hungry. So we'll talk to Will about it and see what he says, Craig.
It's early out there too, huh?
Yeah, I think we're going to rattle him off at like 7 o'clock their time.
Yeah. So. All right, let's give him a call. And on the phone, Will, is it Woodfin?
Woodfin, that is correct. Yes, sir.
Well, how about them apples? This New Mexican had it right.
Yeah, I was just copying Casey, so I was going to totally blame her if it was wrong.
We'll just call you Will Trujillo.
That's what we do at the office anyway, so don't worry. It's always Casey's fault.
Well, I've got lips. I don't use them. Like I mumble horribly. Will. He stood by me several times. He knows I'm just a nut.
Just over there kind of nodding his head going, yeah.
Yeah, that's what Whip is on the team, and that's what he does. He says I'm a crazy lady off the street.
Dang. Yeah, vagabond.
Congratulations, Will.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, Will, it was a tough rodeo, was it not? I mean, you guys came in Friday night sitting pretty good, but you knew you had to be solid on Saturday. So tell me a little bit about maybe, now I don't want to know Ace's strategy because that could be all over the place, but, and well, let me tell people who's on the team. So when I rag on these guys, people know what I'm talking about. So you got Ace Peterson, Whip Peterson, Will the Amazing, John Crowder, and Brandon Bin. Okay, you're on, Will. Go ahead and tell us going into Saturday what you kind of thought about what was going to happen.
For me personally, I just want to try to stay consistent. Like I'm kind of that kind of a mindset. I don't like to miss. I like to catch. What if I throw a loop or do something, whatever event we're doing? So I just try to do my best to stay consistent and read the play and do my best to be in the right spot, I guess. So one of the last rodeos we went to, we won second at, and it was a 2-day rodeo also. And we were winning it. It was in Camp Verde, Arizona, and we were winning it after the first day. And then the second day, we just didn't draw as good and just ended up not executing as good as we could have and ended up winning second. So that was fun to be doing good at that at Alpine the first day, and then ended up, coming through and doing good the second day as well. So.
Yeah, you're sitting there talking about consistency when we're running through things back at the office. You guys came in first in the bronc riding both nights, and then first in the branding both nights, and then you actually tied for first in the sorting with Smith cattle, and then you came back and got second in the milking. So overall, you were, top 3, top 2 in all the events but the team doctoring. So
yeah, we won't mention the team doctoring. The team doctoring has a story to it, and I'm going to wait to let Whip, when I get him on the air later, talk a little bit about that. I'm going to get him a rope that's got like arrows on the end, or like a bomb you can light the fuse and it takes off.
Right.
No, we give him a hard time,
after a certain amount of time.
Do what? Will, I'm sorry.
After a certain amount of time, you got to put it down, or it's going to be getting hot.
Well, here's the thing, Craig. These guys are raised, Whip and his sister and brother, Dally and Ral, have been raised side by side working with their dad since they could even talk. Mm-hmm. And so one of the things you teach your kids is don't let go of your rope. So Whip has got this opposite effect working against him when he's in the arena. Everything is just like totally opposite of what you're schooled on. So Whip will be the butt of the joke for a really long time. And it's not out of meanness, Whip, if you're listening. It's because we love you. And really is what happens. It happens. I've seen everybody's done it. Everybody's done it a time or two. But I'll talk to you a little bit. Going into the bronc riding, we knew, in my head, I thought, hey, gum, John's going to have to pull a good horse. And Smith cattle at that moment was going to be coming inching right behind him. It was going to come down, to the bronc riding. Mm-hmm. And John did tap one off. You talk about clutch right there at the end, and that's pretty much what set it apart, don't you think, Will?
Oh, for sure. It was pretty exciting to watch right there because he sure enough drew a pretty good horse and did what he was supposed to do, and it was exciting. It was sure enough exciting.
Oh, yeah. We were hooping and hollering, and people probably looked at me over there on those stands, over on the audience stands. We draw a lot of people from, like, Marfa, and I think they still were dosed in those Marfa lights. I don't really know how to explain them. But I went to hopping and hooping and hollering and yelling, and they're looking at me like, is that her son? Like, why is she throwing this walleye fit about to flip off the seat? The fence is shaking. What is wrong with this lady? But I knew when he tapped it off, I knew it was going to be a good shot for you guys to come up on top. So get this, Will, and I'm sure Kay had it figured out. Kay is Ace's wife, by the way. 74 points you guys won that rodeo with. Second place with M8 Barnes was 51, and then Smith Cattle at 46. That's pretty good, bud. That's a pretty good lead there at Alpine. That's a tough rodeo.
Well, it was sure fun, and I guess praise the Lord for that. We were happy to be at the top, and hopefully go on to Amarillo and have some success there. That'd be fun too. This was going to be my first time. Ace and Whip and all those guys have been there before, John, and so I mean they've been, but this will be my first time. So hopefully I get to get a little taste of it. So it'll be fun.
Well, we are more than happy to have you guys, coming in representing Arizona and being that third ranch to qualify from Arizona, and a place that we're trying to grow and extend our hand out to. And you guys, the guys who have competed with us before, and hopefully now you'll get the taste of coming in the tunnel and the goosebumps and actually what we're doing this for. And so we're more than happy to have you.
Well, absolutely. Hey, did you give Brandon a hard time that we gave him an extra small shirt? And actually, Actually, those pajama bottoms in Whip's bag were Brandon's. So we've got to, I think the whole team should have to wear old school red pajamas that they pick up at Big Bend Saddlery. Yes.
Just like Gus McCrae.
Yeah, I do. And I think we'll just call Ace Gus from here on out. So tell Buttons that he needs to wear his pajama bottoms.
Okay.
Will, you be safe out there, and thank you guys for all your support. God bless you guys, and be safe, all right? And we'll talk to you again soon.
Well, thank you, everybody. I appreciate it, and you guys have a good day.
Okay.
Thanks, Will.
Be good.
All right. Hopefully, we didn't interrupt his breakfast or coffee or anything like that. Although 7 o'clock he's probably up. He's probably up working.
He's already been at it.
Yeah.
He's already put his jeans over his red underwear.
Here we go. I'm sorry, you guys.
It's all right. Oh, Gus Peterson, Gus Gray, it's going to be okay. We're going to be all right this morning. Craig, you were looking at Big Bend's website?
Yeah, they got a great Big Bend Ranch Rodeo. If you're listening and you just don't understand any of what we talk about every week, they've got if you go up to the top menu, it says Ranch Rodeo. It says, what is a ranch rodeo? And it's just got a great layman terms explanation of everything from bronc riding, sorting, doctoring, branding, and wild cow milking. So, I mean, it's got it all right there.
Did you happen to say layman's terms or layman's terms?
Layman.
Oh, because that really stressed me out because I wouldn't have been able to read that. It's too big for me. The words are too big.
He can't even defend himself. This is what he's worried about, honestly, when
he'll
it's
be
us
listening
two.
Tonight, yeah.
Oh, no. Casey and Peyton have the mic.
When this airs, he'll be listening.
Well, those Aggies, they have a different dialect than everybody else, so I didn't know if it was layman terms or Lehman terms, and I got really scared. Well, let's talk a little bit. We need to cover top horse and top hand. So when you can pull the top hand honors, excuse me, from Alpine, you've done something right for 2 days. And Tyler Straub, I don't know how you say that. Anybody else?
You're right.
Straub?
Yeah, I think Straub's
Okay,
right.
Tyler Strawberry from Detweiler Cattle and Roadrunner Cattle walked away with that honor. Colton Jackson once again proved his pudding on that horse that he rides, that sorrel horse. He's gotten top horse there before, but this horse will park it. And it really did work in the milking. And so Colton Jackson off Smith Cow Company, congrats. And since we don't have Lehman terms here, I do not have the registered name of that horse.
I do. It's on their website.
Okay, well, will you go ahead? It's probably Pepto Sling Me a
Rowdy Metallic.
Rowdy Metallic. Okay.
And this is the second time this year he's won on that horse. He actually won at Hugo on that horse as well. So congrats, Colton, and you get it done again.
I'm like that poor person that Lehman terms. I can't come up with those metallic, all these fancy names. If a good horse is a good horse, we call him horse. Horse number 1, horse number 2.
That bay over there.
Yeah. So, and speaking of bays, Ace, I'm bay partial. So if ever you want to, I know Dally's probably wanting that bay horse, but I'm just saying, just throwing it out there for good measure. But we had a grand time in Alpine, Texas, and I just want to once again thank everybody on that committee. And I didn't win the raffle. Never do.
For the shotgun?
Yeah. And for the Mike Capron, I actually wanted the Mike Capron print, but I never win anything. I'm just the crazy lady off the street, is what Peterson says. She's a crazy lady off the street.
She was too busy in Marfa trying on her Prada.
My Prada shoe, they only give you one shoe. That isn't going to get you anywhere down there. I just walk a circle. My fat foot wouldn't fit in a shoe like that. Are you kidding me? I know. All right. Well, Craig.
Yes. Next week. Are you going into next week? Are you about to ask me about next week? Or are you?
I was just going to say, what are you doing next weekend?
I don't know that I'll be going to Guthrie. Like, one of you guys going to Guthrie next week?
Actually,
Lehman is.
Yeah.
I think he'll be going down there for that one, and
so he'll come back and give us his report in Lehman terms.
In Lehman terms.
In Lehman terms.
So you will have the right registered horse. You'll have the right age of everybody. You'll have down to the decimal. But God bless him, he keeps us afloat.
And we are down to the final 6 rodeos here.
We are getting closer and closer.
6.
OCA, get to Oklahoma this weekend. Motley Dickens, the 27th, 28th. Meade County Fair in Kansas. And then Earth. And then the Kansas Championship Ranch Rodeo in Medicine Lodge. That's the one you go smoke peyote in.
I do. I make peace with the natives. I have to.
I have to get your pioneer dress out.
I've got to go. I got to call
like
Whip.
an Indian.
I got to call Whip and ask if I could borrow his pajamas. I'll have to buy him a new pair because they'll be stretched out. But I go with the sweat lodge with them. I got to find mine. Did you see the size of that chicken? I got to find that. I got to find it when I go there.
Got to get in that head frame.
And then the Jackie Perkins in Coffeyville. That's the last one. So down to the last
we're rolling
6.
through it. You know it's bad when I can't remember how many we have left.
Right. Well,
it's a blur.
The office has started kicking up. You know, we're in full on planning for championship, and you know, tickets are on sale, going fast. Saturday's pretty much sold out for us. You know,
trade shows and all that are full. We're everyone that's wanting to come on is wait list now. And
I'll throw out there.
Golden.
There's 3 youth qualifying ranch rodeos
Still left
out
to go.
there.
Yep.
So the Oklahoma Youth WRCA Ranch Rodeo and
Oogala.
Is that no? I don't think that's right.
Well, that's what I say.
All right.
Oogala. Oklahoma.
And then Earth, and then Motley Dickens.
Okay, maybe it's Ogala.
I don't know.
Maybe it's Oolala.
You're supposed to know these things.
I can't even. It's like it's like you spell it 001A.
You're close, actually.
I know. It's like OOLAHO.
It's one of those ones where you type it, you know, working on the website. And you're like, is this right?
And it underlines it in red really quick.
Is this right? I don't know if it is or not.
Mine comes. That little gerbil comes through the computer and throws me the bird. Said you can't spell nothing.
WRCA.org is the website. You can get all the information on the World Championships that are coming up here in November, and you can also find more information on the Youth Ranch Rodeos and what the WRCA, who they are and who they stand for and who they help, and also the app. Don't forget the app.
And I am in counseling. Thank you. For those of you wondering. Whit Peterson.
I just got to take this crazy lady back to the office.
That's right. You better get her back.
For my medicine.